Hello guys, this is Nicole Monahan here with Monahan Studio. We are going to go over some tips and tricks on doing feathers on birds using graphite. There's a lot of misconceptions using graphite, so I just wanted to go over a couple things. Nicole Monahan. I'm trying to not have to do a lot of editing, so there you go. Let me go over some of this stuff quick. So I love drafting tools. This is a drafting tool to keep your papers clean. You get eraser marks, you use this. Don't use your hand. The oils in your hand get your paper really smudgy and gross looking. This is my favorite eraser. It's a micro eraser. And by the way, it's kind of like a mechanical pencil. I have all these materials on my website. So I'm not going to go over brands and things like that just to save us some time. But you can head over there and get whatever you need. I love this kind of eraser, these wide erasers. This is a bag of eraser, also a drafting tool. If you tend to get your paper really smudgy, this is excellent at just cleaning the smudges. If you've ever had smudges and you try to use an eraser and you get, the lines and all that. The bag of eraser is so much nicer to keep your paper clean. Along the lines of keeping your paper clean, if you notice, I'm left-handed, so I start at the right side and move my way left. That way, as I'm drawing, my hand is not smearing what I'm doing. So if you're right-handed, start on the other side. Start on this side and work your way right. If you forget, which I tend to forget a lot, use a paper to put under your hand so as you're drawing, you're not smudging your paper. The key to having nice graphite drawings is just keeping them clean and smudge-free and having your really black areas and your really white areas. Which brings me to smudging. I do not like smudging. There's a lot of people out there that teach graphite drawing by smudging and smearing, and it just makes your drawings really muddy and messy. I'm going to zoom in here at my bird, and you can see the individual lines, right? If I were to go in and smudge, all that would go away. You'd just be left with a bunch of gray. And so you want to have really, really black areas. And I can even get more black with this. And you want to have some white areas and the grays in between, not just a bunch of grays. Okay, there's my little rant on smudging. And if you see up here, I've got a little line of some different pencils. I pressed the same pressure using these, but I use different pencils. So if you get a nice set of graphite pencils, there are numbers on them. H's are hard. They are they're good for the lighter areas so that you can still get texture, but the pencils are really light, right? So I'm not pressing I'm pressing just a regular pressure, but it's really a light pencil. The higher the H, the lighter it draws. Right in the middle, well, let's talk about the dark side. Let's go to the dark side. We've got B pencils. This, oops, I'm rolling the wrong way. 9B, super dark. You can see the difference in the pencil lead too. It's a lot thicker. There's a little bit of clay in the B pencils, so they're nice and soft, and they put down a lot of dark graphite. So that's what you want for your dark areas. The higher the B, the darker it gets. You can see, oh, I'm not zoomed in very much, but the B pencils get sharpened down a lot quicker. And again, you can tell I've got a lot of different colors of pencils here. That's because I have a bunch of different brands. My favorite is Derwent, but again, on my website I've got some good brands. So let's talk a little bit. I'm going to turn this light back on. It had a little glare, so well, that kind of made it worse, didn't it? Anyway, I just want to go over drawing, actually doing the feathers. So I start with the HB pencil, which is kind of in the middle. This is your good sketching pencil, and it's a good place to start with your shading because it is right in the middle. So you can add the light and the dark over top of it. You do want to leave some areas white though, right? So if I go in here and I'm doing my lines, I'm thinking about which direction the feathers are actually growing out of the bird, right? If I were to go like this, that would totally flatten the bird. I want to make the bird look 3D and round, so I might curve it a little bit this way. So go in and you can layer in where your darks are going to be, and maybe press a little bit lighter for where your lights are going to be. And then here, I'll start here. And make sure you have a really sharp pencil. Did I talk about the sharpener? This is Stettler. Stettler's a great brand. I love it. Get a good quality sharpener. They'll make a big difference with your pencils. Oh, look at that. So again, we're going back to this. Go the direction that your feathers would actually go, and just go one direction. Don't go because again, it makes it messy. And with graphite drawing, you have to be patient, right? It's not for impatient people. If you are not a patient person, just draw a lot more loose or paint. This little fine-tuned drawing is for people who want to sit and take hours on their work. Okay, so this is an H pencil. It's great for getting in here to get some texture without putting a lot of weight down. And then your darker pencils, you can go in and start to get really dark areas. See how it really punches in the dark? It's so important to get that. If I were to pick one thing that people usually forget with their graphite drawings, is to grab those really dark pencils and punch in the really black. I can even get more black in this areas. It just makes your drawings stand out and sparkle and look fabulous. And without it, it's just kind of, that's nice, so it's really good to go in and punch it, because it makes your whites look whiter, it makes your grays look a lot nicer. So going in where these blacks are and really punching it in. Okay, and see how I'm starting? They're so thick. If you are to draw a line, where can you see? Right here. If you draw a line, wherever you put your line down first is going to be thicker, and then it gets lighter, right? So if I'm wanting to weave in to the upper feathers, I start in the dark and go up, right? Now, if you're trying to, like for fur, you'd want to start, your follicles are a lot thicker, then you'd start up and go down. I'll show hair another day. Okay, so I think that is, we are at 8 minutes. I try to keep these really nice and short. So, you could just keep going all day because this is nice. All right, I will talk to you guys later. One last time, Nicole Monahan. And if you want to find out more about what I do and more tips and supplies, go to monahanstudio.com. I am an illustrator in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you. See you later.